I'm the Big LG Doc Gallows, and you're watching the Wrestling Junkies. Boom.
On everybody, happy holidays and welcome back to the Wrestling Junkies podcast, the final Wrestling Junkies podcast of 2025. I am Mr. Cincinnati, and as always, I'm joined by the podcast dad, PD. It's been a while since I've seen you. I mean, we're talking over a week now. It's a little weird, kind of getting back in the swing of things here.
It is, and then we're going to take the rest of the week off, so don't get used to it. It's been good. Hope you had a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everybody out there. I've been home today with 2 sick kids, so that's fun. So I'm excited to get on here and talk some wrestling, but everything's going swimmingly over here in this household.
Well, before we get into the show, I feel like it deserves we just get a chance to crack one for momentous 2025. You're slipping today, bud. Usually it's
leave me alone. I've been dealing with sick children all day. Leave me alone. Don't you yell at me.
I'm not yelling. I'm just simply. No, never mind. Doesn't matter. Thank you so much for joining us. Find us on X and TikTok at Junkies Pod. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Wrestling Junkies Pod. But most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Podcast Dad, we're ending the year with 556 subscribers. So let's get 2026 off to the right note. We're on that road to 600. Ultimately, the goal is 1,000. But what's the matching number? It's
just one. If you like what we're doing here, I'm going to get a bottle of champagne for the first episode of 2026. But yeah, if you like what we're doing here, just hit subscribe. It's easy. It's not hard. Just hit it and watch us. We're done.
Podcast that I would say save that champagne for next Thursday. That'll be episode 450 of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I know.
We've done it that long.
Yeah.
Oh boy. And we haven't got tired of each other yet.
Where will we be without our friends at the Main Event Wrestling Network at main-event_net on all social media platforms? In all seriousness, shout out to the crew. We've been working our asses off this year. Incredible podcasts, watch-alongs, blogs, trivia, fan art, you name it, we have it. I forgot that's a time graphic. I don't know why, but at main-event_net, all social media platforms. We do have some cool announcements coming from the Main Event Network in 2026, so stay tuned for those details. You aren't going to want to miss those.
Podcast and I'm going to cut you off real quick. I think one of the things in 2026 is I have to watch a couple hours of bad wrestling.
It's one of those bad wrestling. Like, it's got to be like shit wrestling. One of them has to have Charmel in it.
Come on. I've seen all the wrestling. It's fine, but
I know.
You're not going to be able to break me. But I don't know how.
Even Trish and Jackie and JBL and Jeff Hardy.
You can, all of it. Bring it to me. For those watching, listening, to throw some suggestions out. I will put.
What was that show in 1999? The Yokozuna, Jake the Snake, and everybody was all
the Legends of Wrestling.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, I've seen that. It's not as bad. Yeah, if you guys have suggestions, throw them out there. I think we'll put some stuff on social. I think it is official that I don't even have the fantasy football app anymore. I got a new phone, and that app got deleted, so I don't even know where I'm at in that league.
Did you just say you got a new phone?
I did, yes.
Well, it's about goddamn time.
Yes, I went from the iPhone 10 to the 17. The glow up is real. But that app got deleted, so I haven't touched fantasy football, I think, since week 1. Hopefully Jamar Chase is still doing well. But, yeah, I'm going to watch some bad wrestling. We're going to stream it. So tune in for that. I know that's a big part of the Main Event Network. I may hop on to Ian's 24-hour stream to do that. Just going to throw that out there. You may be invited. Come watch a bad wrestling match with me. If we can find them, apparently. Because have you seen all the stuff about everything leaving Peacock?
Oh, yeah. Like tomorrow, right?
And they are not ready for it on Netflix. There is like a handful of old school Raws on Netflix right now. Like they have 2025, 2024, 2023, and like 8 other ones from every year combined. Like it's the same thing when it went over to Peacock. They're just not ready to transfer the library.
Yeah.
Which is why you don't get rid of the WWE Network. You should have never got rid of it.
Yeah.
Just brand it. It's fine. It's fine. And I think we can ease
WWE
right into
Vault,
it.
you know?
And we can ease right into it just talking about that. The year 2025 for WWE was about making money. Right or wrong?
And justify crash outs, yes.
And justifies crash outs, yes. But it was about making the most money that they could. We saw WWE jump from streaming to streaming, went from Peacock to ESPN. I still don't have ESPN.
Lane Kiffin would be proud.
That guy.
Exactly.
We've seen logos on everything. We've seen marketing for everything. We've seen the Saudi partnership continue to grow and expand. They got a whole experience going in over there soon. The Rumble will be over there in a few weeks. This was about WWE making money, and they did. I'm sure they did. Do you think we see any kind of change of that in 2026? Do you think there will be any kind of, I don't want to say fan backlash. We've already seen hey, I can't go to a WWE show anymore because I've been priced out of the market. Do you think we're going to see more of an affordable product, or do you think it's just going to be par for the course in 2026?
There will not be a single fucking change that we see until exactly one thing happens.
They make their money back.
No, not even that.
No.
They're always going to find. There has to be a visually noticeable change in live attendance when we're not there yet, because they're still going to tout record after record after record, and they still have all these, all the sold out packed houses, and that they're always going to fudge those numbers.
Yep.
But unless and until people vote with their wallets from the aspect of going to see the shows, I don't see it happening. Because at this point in their minds, if it's not broken, we're not going to fix it. There's nothing to fix.
Yeah. But at what point, again, do we break it? I don't know.
I don't know that we do.
You know who did make a lot of money this year with WWE and TKO?
Everybody.
The Rock. Did you see his earnings?
No.
He made $80 million this year. Just on WWE and TKO.
After tanking the creative for several people, possibly costing them millions of dollars in the process as well. Good for Dwayne.
No, he's doing very well. And that's not, I don't know. WWE just seems like there's a lot of cooks in the kitchen right now. I don't know if that's going to change. I don't know, man. AEW has a chance to do something really, really good in 2026 and make everything affordable. We saw them adjust in 2025, going to these smaller venues, something we had been asking for.
Yes.
And ticket prices kind of remained the same, and they started selling those out. Do you think that is a continued trend? And do you think they can get back to what they were in selling out these bigger places?
I certainly think that it's possible, because at the point in time that they were, that we're seeing all of the seat covers and things like that, they were putting out a shit product. That was, World's End 2023, I think, was kind of the breaking point for a lot of fans, myself included, when it came to AEW. But they delivered a very strong World's End to end 2023. And in my humble opinion, they've not had a bad pay-per-view since. And that includes World's End, which this year's World's End, which I know that we're going to talk about here. And I know that we're kind of all over the place here. Fact checkers in the house here. That's what we got for $80 million. Yikes. Couldn't have said better myself. That's what we get here. And it's I get it. Capitalism is the name of the game. That's just that's just the present economy that we are in. It just is what it is. I don't, we don't have to like it, but that's just.
And I think that's a good point to make. I think that's a very good point to make. Because you look at something like the NFL. How many streaming networks and everything are they? I can't remember. I think you brought up the stat a while ago. Like, it costs this much to watch like a full 16 game season in the NFL for a team, and it's like, I'm not doing that.
No,
right? And WWE needs to be careful to get to the point where they start doing that, and I mean, I'm just not going to do that.
Because also, some of the other things is we're going to see the same streaming services that are competing for WWE and competing for the NFL and MLB and the NBA. Eventually, somebody is going to get priced out of, or will be left out of what these streaming services decide that they want to carry. Because eventually they're going to decide there's only so much that we can do, and there's so many things that we can host. It would not surprise me if we start to see the other four major North American sports kind of gang up to keep WWE out of those conversations, because all of that matters. Because when let's say Netflix, they're targeting the NFL rights, and they had to do that, but then also the NBA wants a slice of that pie. So there's only going to be so much money to go around. I feel like eventually that bubble is going to burst, and it would not surprise me if we see that in 2026. But that's the WrestleNomics conversation.
I think they're competing against the NFL, and that's it. In all transparent, I don't know too much about the NBA.
Sure.
I know they have that in-season tournament to get viewers. So that's something that they have changed because their viewership has gone down. MLB is a nightmare as far as, where to watch your teams. I get into a whole thing about that.
I'm sure.
Like MLB owns, I think, 6 teams right now as far as like where to watch them. Like,
okay,
that's a whole mess. Like Bally Sports messed all that up. That whole thing's a mess. When you say 4, are you including hockey?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't. Hockey doesn't hold a torch to WWE right now. I would be more concerned about soccer, because I think soccer's starting to grow a little bit more here in the U.S. At least I've seen it in our city. With FC Cincinnati, it's been pretty big for us. But I think their main target or their main competition right now, it's not even AEW at this point. It's NFL. Like, that's what WWE is going against.
Yeah.
It's Amazon and Walmart or whatever the comparison is. It's like,
it's close enough. Yeah.
That's what they're up against. And NFL's making a lot of money, and they're going to continue to make a lot of money. And if you're WWE, you're just trying to get a little slice of that pie. And I think you just follow the NFL model because it's working for them. So I don't know.
No.
I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thing to see in 2026. I saw a tweet the other day that said, and it was funny too, because when I went and got my phone, they said, hey, you can bundle, Netflix and something else with this. And I'm like, well, I have Netflix, and it was HBO. I have it Netflix, and I have HBO. And I'm like, well, you can bundle it for a cheaper price. I'm like, then why don't I just get cable? Like we're going back to cable. It'll be, because when we started this year, when we started this podcast, we talked about streaming services and how cable was going away and how ratings don't matter anymore. I wouldn't be shocked if cable came back, because there's just so many streaming services that you just get to the point where you're like, why don't I just get cable back? I just want live TV. That's all I want. Yeah. So it's going to be fascinating. And I think that's a big part of wrestling that we just need to keep an eye on next year is, all the streaming services, where to watch everything. I mean, Honor Club, you still have that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure TNA TNA's on AMC now. Like, New Japan is trying to. I don't know if you saw what's his name's comments. The New Japan heavyweight champion.
Mm-mm.
Did you see his comments about the partnership with AEW, whether in character or out of character? He said it's benefiting one side. So it's just 2026. I think is going to be interesting. 2025 was a weird year for wrestling because everybody started to partner up.
Yep.
I don't know if that goes away, but what a weird year. Stuff that we never thought would happen.
Yeah. Because even not just from the WWE and TNA standpoint, them acquiring AAA, AEW, CML, and their loose affiliation with New Japan. Let's think as closely as our backyard, or at least, our world and our friends. I mean, we're looking at WrestleMania week already, and we have our friends at Action Wrestling. Shout out to Matt Griffin teaming up with West Coast Pro, Proud Style, St. Louis Anarchy, New Texas Pro Wrestling. I mean, that's the name of the game right now, is these super cards, and it is a throwback to the territory days of these super cards, and all of these promotions banding together. That's not going to be anything that goes away anytime soon, and especially now that streaming services are more prevalent than they ever have been before. We've got Triller for everything that IWTV doesn't get. We've got Hooked on Wrestling for Defy and Progress and TNT and WXW and a bunch of other promotions over there as well. I mean, that's the name of the game now.
I mean, do you remember? I think it was over the summer when WWE and All Japan partnered up. We were like, "What the hell's happening? Like, this is crazy."
Mm-hmm.
And now, like, Noah's doing some stuff with WWE. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Looking back at the year that was, and we'll talk about World's End here in a second. What was the moment that stood out to you the most? Good, bad, and different. Doesn't matter. So I can give you mine. Right off rip.
I think even though the follow-up was tits up, I mean, you can't ignore the Cena turn.
That's exactly.
You cannot ignore that.
Yep.
That was.
It has to be.
It had the. I mean, mainstream media had not covered a singular moment in wrestling like that.
Mm-mm.
Probably since Bash at the Beach, and there are not very many people that will get a reaction like that again.
No. It's one of those, draw.
Where were you when?
Yep. And you know exactly where you were, and I remember where it was. It was It was one of those moments, right? As far as AEW, I think it was the rise of Hangman. Being able to see that again, and to have them even do it even better than they did the first time, I thought was very, very well done. Not everybody's Hangman, and I think we've seen a little bit of that. I think Jey Uso got a little bit of the Hangman Page treatment of this baby face that has all this adversity against him, but it wasn't as good, right?
Yeah.
AEW did it very well, and AEW I think evolved a lot last year as far as storytelling. They did so good at storytelling. I mean, it was better than anything that we've seen.
Yeah. If we look at two kind of major moments, or at least two, let's say two characters, one from each. Let's start with Jey Uso. Starts 2025, winning the Royal Rumble. And he's getting the WrestleMania story, taps going throughout, opening match of WrestleMania. Closes 2025 back atop the tag team division with Jimmy.
Perfect.
That's where we are.
Perfect.
Jon Moxley was probably the most hated man in AEW to start this year. Loses to Hangman Page, start to see the spiral of the Death Riders, and he's on a real shit losing streak. Wins Continental Classic, and even looking at his opening match with Kyle Fletcher, which I hope that he is okay. Cheered to the gills, like it's crazy kind of the ride that we have been on. What's that?
Do you see a face turn coming with the Death Riders? After that speech that he gave?
Maybe not the Riders as a whole.
I could see it, though. We need somebody to counteract the Don Callis family.
We do. And that's another wrinkle that I enjoyed, because I don't think that I've seen AEW do this in a show where something that happened in the opening match played a role, two matches later when it came to Fletcher and that with the screwdriver spot. I thought that was brilliant. I loved every single second about that.
Yes. No, that's what I'm saying. They're so much better at storytelling throughout the year that you got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, did they have some bad stories? Sure. Both companies had some bad stories. That is what it is. Did they drop the ball on some things? Yeah, they did. So did the other company. But I think overall, as a whole, AEW had a fantastic, I don't want to say bounce back year, but more of like a prove it year.
Yeah.
Where you're not new anymore.
Yeah.
Like you're established. Let's see what you're about. And they did a great job.
Yeah, like let's look at the women's division for a second. Women's wrestling as a whole across both these companies here. March, we saw just perhaps the most fitting end to the greatest story that AEW has ever told.
Yeah,
beat for beat, they did not fuck up Tony Storm versus Mariah. At any point in time, I don't think that there's anything you could say this should have objectively been handled or subjectively should have been handled better. I just don't think that they had anything in that particular story there. Even
main evented.
That would be I think that would be the only knock is that yes.
My personal match of the year. And I'll throw it out there. That's my match of the year. The story was great, everything was great. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, you're okay. I it's hard for me to disagree with you there, just because everything that they did was flawless, and Mariah May was able to take that phenomenal story and parlay that into making a jump over to NXT, and I don't blame her for doing that one bit. That was what was so fun about the Monday Night Wars. Never knew who was going to show up when, and I also, this is just for Triple H and Triple H only. If you're not Triple H, that's okay. You can tune this out. You do not get to tell fans to sit back and enjoy the show when you want to hype Unreal and peeling back the curtain to the writers' room. You're inviting us in, so you don't get to you don't get to have that. Just sit back and enjoy. But you're showing us what's happening. You're explaining. Again, I could understand wanting to explain to your Netflix audience kind of how the industry works. If you're new to it before, like I can understand the logic behind it. It still shocked the hell out of me as somebody that has again been watching this for a very long time. Of like, I would not personally do that myself. But don't piss and moan about it.
It goes back to that comparison, right? What does the WWE want to be? The NFL. What is one of the best things the NFL has every season, every off season?
Hard Knocks, to the point that they now do it in season.
Exactly. So WWE's going, oh, we can show the behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, we're up to that level, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
And did it get views?
Yeah.
It did.
Why season 2 is coming in a matter of weeks now.
It did. The curtains. Thank you, Kyle. Same to you, Kyle. The curtain has been. It's not even peeled back anymore. It's gone.
It doesn't exist.
It's gone. The Undertaker's doing a podcast.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone.
And that's your true sign that kayfabe is.
Oh, it's 100% gone. He's doing a podcast with his wife talking about pottery. It's gone. It's gone, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It's just going to take some time to adjust, I think, for some of us, me, you included.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's weird because it's not even really that crazy of an adjustment. Even before Unreal came out, this is how we always talked to each other about wrestling for as long as we've known each other. That this is always kind of how we looked at it. But yeah, the story is great, but let's talk about what's kind of going on behind the scenes to get there. Like, who do we think is, ready for these opportunities? Who do we think, is kind of next to the line? Who do we think is going to break out? Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? Like, that's how a lot of fans, that grew up in the early internet era and beyond have learned to talk about Tony Khan himself. I mean, why do you think that Matt Griffin is putting on his third Dean show this upcoming year?
Yeah. No, it's successful. It's working. It's working. We may not love it, but it's working.
This ain't your father's professional. It's not. It's truly not. Yeah.
And that sucks that's me.
Yeah.
Like that's me. Like my kids who have already watched wrestling, when they, start to understand a little bit more, this is the part that they're going to grow up with, where there is no semblance of, this is kind of real. And I don't say real, the physicality obviously is there, but you and me growing up,
yeah,
The Undertaker and Kane were brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just how it was.
Yeah.
Like, the heels didn't talk to the faces. They weren't, it is what it is. I sound like I'm on the porch yelling at clouds. I'm not.
No, it's okay.
You want to talk about another one that had a interesting year. No, it is real. It's still real to me, damn it. This is why we do this. Please subscribe. MJF had an interesting year.
He did.
Started off feuding with Jeff Jarrett.
Yep.
Ended with the world champion.
Yep. I mean, for a lot of this year, you could have made the argument that, you probably shouldn't have re-signed.
Oh, big time.
Because it was some of the best work that you were doing, knowing that you're intentionally playing people off of each other.
However, devil's advocate, he is the devil.
Yeah.
Would he have gotten the opportunity to do the stuff outside of the ring that he got to do?
I think so.
I don't think so. Not in that first year with WWE. You know what I mean?
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Because,
that's what's great about this show.
Yeah. Because look at a guy like Logan Paul, who, I mean, there's the social media influence, all of that, but you can't say that. I mean, again, first year there, he would have been working on Happy Gilmore 2. Who else was also in that movie?
I have no idea. Didn't see it.
Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Like, they would have found ways for these sorts of things to work, because WWE at this point, they are trying to not only, they care about money and they care about Hollywood, because now more than ever, you're seeing stars out and about and in the front rows of the shows. Like, if you think that there are celebrities that don't know who certain wrestlers are or want to interact with and work with and do certain things with celebrities, they're going to find a way to make that work, because if they can make a buck off of it, I don't think they care about that. And they know that MJF is too good. And they know that he is somebody that would have a very, very, very different deal coming in to WWE, jumping ship from AEW. That had he done it, that would have. I think that would have been the biggest jump from AEW to WWE behind Cody, because Cody's was your founding father. Holy fuck!
Yeah. Cody's still, I think, the biggest.
And that's what I'm saying. MJF would have been number 2 on that list, and I don't think that we, Yeah. And this is Kyle. You made a great point. Rollins, he's on Good Morning Football, NFL Now every other week. If they can find a way to use him, they'll use him. That wouldn't have changed for MJF, because he would have made sure that it wouldn't change for MJF.
Well, I think that's why he resigned. I think that's a big part of the reason, right? Because I think there is when you talk about Cody, he was already there. So a lot of people knew him. Like, you got to remember who's in charge. You got to earn your way into this business, kind of thing. Like, MJF is coming in from the other side, had never been in WWE. I think there would have been some prove it aspect to the guy that's in charge, if that makes sense.
I could see that too. I could see that to a degree, but the guy that's in charge now also was so hell bent on trying to sign the Elite that he would have given them a 6-month out if they didn't like it there.
Yeah. I'm glad they didn't sign. That's me personally.
Hi, Fernando. Thanks for joining us for the last
fan of the year, by the way.
Yeah, and it's not even close. It's not fact checker. We love you too, but Fernando,
Fernando's Maria too. Shout out to Maria. She is also up there.
They probably would not.
He would be neutered. He'd be neutered, and that wouldn't be good, right?
Yeah.
They would have to get creative, which we've seen.
He wouldn't have been able to make baby oil references.
Well, he might have. He might have. Vince does love cocks. God, what a time.
You're welcome.
That was so bad.
Yeah.
Real quick, Carmelo Hayes is the United States champion.
He is.
Is he going to have a breakout year? Because I swear to God, if he doesn't.
And that's what I kind of want to talk about next with breakouts as a whole. That I think,
I got a couple names for
on
you.
The horizon. but ones I think we need to look back on that are just kind of, holy shits. And I had this conversation with the fact checker today as I was watching the women's tag title match at World's End. Maxine Dupree and Harley Cameron are two sides of the same coin. Both hired by these companies to do everything but wrestle. Those were not their roles when they first came in. And then they eventually get them in the ring. We saw the growing pains. Especially with Maxine, we saw how bad some of those very early matches were. And, yeah. And to both their credits, they never stopped trying. And now here we are talking about them both at the end of 2025 as champions. I just wanted to throw out there that is, I mean, I just, I raise my glasses to them.
Yeah.
Obafemi.
I won't do a ton of breakout stars. I'll kind of give you a theme for a theme for WWE is start the youth movement.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker, Obafemi, Carmelo Hayes, Ilya Dragunov, Lyra Valkyria.
Yep.
I'm sure I'm missing some names.
Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie
Stratton,
Julia, if they can get her shit together.
Start the youth movement. We're ready. As much as I love seeing CM Punk as champion, and I do, it's fun. It's time, right? Cody Rhodes been a great champion for the last couple of years. I don't need him to be champion. Start giving these younger guys a chance. You have to. You have to.
Yeah.
You have so much talent. Push them.
Yeah. Fernando's got a couple of points here. Leon is his breakout star of the year. It's another WWE in waiting guy, Joe Hendry. I think that breakout has led to him finally on the roster full time at WWE for good. It may not have been as hot as
I'm nervous as hell for Joe Hendry.
I understand that. I understand that, but I'm just saying let's look at what we saw from him in 2025 because he was able to get himself over at the end of 2024. The height of it, because again,
he had a Mania match.
Yeah, as the TNA champion against Randy Orton. So even if he didn't wrestle another match the rest of the year, it would have been a breakout year for him, regardless if he did nothing else. I know that it's going to take some getting used to seeing him, and it's part of the NXT roster full time. He was doing the tag team thing with Thea Hale. I get it. I have learned
about the segment on Friday. I'm nervous.
I didn't see it. Okay.
It was with R-Truth, Otis, and Tozawa. And he was singing about Mrs. Tiny Balls.
Okay, I can see why you're okay.
I am nervous as hell that he's going to be a comedy act.
That's fair.
And he's way more than that.
I know.
Way more than that.
I think I think that there are people that know that too.
I hope so.
And Fernando wants to know, where do we want to see Anna Jay in 2026?
Action wrestling.
Actually, yeah.
A good spot for her?
Let's hear it.
Go to Progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, go challenge for that title.
Yeah. And Alexis Falcon stepped up. We've got
that was a good show too.
That was too.
A lot of surprises.
UK. Yes, very much so.
Not just the matchups, just people coming back out of nowhere.
Yeah. It's do yourselves a favor if you've not watched Unboxing, make sure to watch it. Follow us for all of the preview shows. That would be a lot of fun too. Yeah, and that's the beauty of pro wrestling in 2026 is despite again, monopoly received by WWE. Indies are thriving. We are seeing that. There are a couple that have had to cease operations, yes, and that's unfortunate for sure. The ones that are still here are continuing to put out just amazing products, and that will be the case again in 2026. Not just in Vegas for Mania Week, but as long as we continue to see them work together in these ways to put on cool shows and combine their fan bases and get everybody acquainted with new talent across the country. Connor Hopkins, who's a mainstay at St. Louis Anarchy, is part of this partnership with Action Wrestling. We're begging to see him in SCI next year. We might get that.
Hope so.
That's how, within our grasp and kind of within the realm of possibility, a lot of things are about pro wrestling in 2026. Really cool. And he also wants to know, will we see Britt back in 2026?
No, Don't need it.
I don't think
I've never been a Brit fan. Somebody that did have a 2025, and I would be remiss not to say it, and you're going to yell at me. Tim Bosby, you had a great year. Didn't end the way you wanted it. You did tap out. You did tap out. We saw that. You tapped out. But Tim Bosby had a big year. You know who else had a really, really big year?
Damn, man.
Jameson Shook. You had a fantastic year.
Yes.
These are names to keep eyes on. Bryce Cannon coming back from an injury.
Jaden Newman, yes, he ended his year with an injury, but hell of a 20. I mean, until then, 48-25 had been on top of the world. And that
Sammy
was going to be the case. Sammy Chaos had a phenomenal year, 4 titles.
Phenomenal year.
Even though they kind of fell on some hard times, good hand, had a great year.
Yes, they did.
Casey Owens was one of the MVPs of SCI weekend as a whole.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Tommy Davis, Action Future Showcase. I mean, at Belmont looked like $1 million coming out of there too. Kai McKenna, Alexis Littlefoot. I mean, we're gonna sit here all day.
Many names.
Naming
Bear Bronson.
Even Bear Bronson had a phenomenal year. Thank you to him for coming on the pod this year. And
we got asked about Anna Jay. Go out there and prove it. Look what Bear Bronson's been able to go do. Go out there. Just go out there. Well,
No. Well, and he kind of deserves it. Yeah.
And he had an eventful 2025, but I think he'll be back on the scene big time in 2026 as Landon Hale.
Yes, he is announced for he's going to be in Vegas. So any promotions out there that are looking for some talent, there's your guy. There's your guy.
And this is for anybody out there watching, listening. Again, tell one person, but if you want to come on, come on. Why not?
Yeah, and podcast Dad, before we get out of here tonight, and I didn't give you the heads up that I'm going to do this, but I'm just going to take a minute because this is the last episode of 2025, and what a year it has been. I mean, wrestling kind of gave us everything this year. Highs, lows, moments that shocked us, stuck with us. A lot of shit that we're going to be arguing about even years from now, hopefully on this show. We saw new stars rise, championships changed hands, rivalries hit another level. We also saw the end of the era with John Cena stepping away, and that one hit a little bit different. But as wild as everything in the ring was, we're very grateful for everybody that watches this show.
Yeah.
Everyone that tunes in live, watches. You guys are why we do this. So
it is.
As we turn the page to 2026, thank you.
Hey, this is a labor of love. Everybody that's been on the show, everybody that's reached out to us, everybody that subscribes, it does mean a lot to us. It really, really does. I'm exhausted. I have children. I'm exhausted. I make the time. Eric makes the time. We do it. We do it for you guys. We do it for us. We just like to talk wrestling. And that's the passion that you're going to get with us. Do we argue and yell at each other? Yeah, we do. We do. But guess what? It's always civil, and you're allowed to have it. You're allowed to have your opinion. No tribalism. Don't be a dick. I have hair. So the comment saying I don't have hair, I have hair.
He also does not wear lipstick either.
I don't wear lipstick. I just have great lips. But no, I will echo what Eric says. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. You really are what keeps us going. We get to do cool shit. Like go to SCI every year now. We get to do cool shit like take road trips. I think we might be going to SummerSlam. So that's another big one for us. Book the Airbnb, Tucky. And we just get to do fun shit. And we get to do it with you guys. Hang on with us.
Yeah.
Please, please, please tell everybody you know. Help us grow. And then maybe one day we can do this full time. And man, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah, we're still building the table, and there are plenty of seats here. So again, to everybody that watched our show, thank you very much. Tell one person, like, share, subscribe. That's gonna do it for 2025 podcast, Dad. Here we are. It's another one in the books, and we get to kick off the first week of 2026 with the 450th episode of the show. So
Jeez.
The hits keep on coming.
Jeez. That's too many. And also, go Birds. Had to get the last one in at 2025. Your team looks great, by the way. Subscribe to us. This is the fun that you get. Look, I made him smile at the end. I made him smile.
That's podcast, Dad. I'm Mr. Cincinnati. A big hooday to everybody watching. For the Wrestling Junkies and for 2025 until 2026, enjoy those grabs.
You getting that?